Hello, this is Synoptic Synopsis. I'm Josh. Got Luke Loring, Chris Tolo.
Bo Visti.
All right, well, let's just get right into it here. So, I'll start off here with Matthew 11, verses 2 through 12. And if I can get it out here real quick, pardon the little interruption.
Enjoy some relaxing ambient
We got
sounds.
the ops from Israel.
All righty.
Um,
We were a little thrown into this today.
Okay, we ready?
If I can get to Matthew, where's Matthew?
Continue to
Ops
listen
from
to this.
Israel.
Hold up, guys. ASMR.
Bro, Chris.
Dude, literally shut up.
What are we doing?
Shut up.
I don't know what we're doing. Okay.
All right, I finally found Matthew.
Finally.
Finally, indeed. Oh, skipped over it. Alrighty, here we are. The messengers from John the Baptist. When John heard in prison of the works of the Messiah, he sent his disciples to him with the question, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for another?" Jesus said to them in reply, "Go and tell John what you hear and see. The blind regain their sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, and the poor have the good news proclaimed to them. And blessed is the one who takes no offense at me." Jesus' testimony to John. As they were going off, Jesus began to speak to the crowds about John. "What did you go out to the desert and see? A reed swayed by the wind? Then what did you go out to see? Someone dressed in fine clothing? Those who wear fine clothing are in royal places. Then why did you go out? To see a prophet? Yes, I tell you, and more than a prophet. This is the one about whom is written, 'Behold, I am sending my messenger ahead of you. He will prepare your way before you.'" I think I read a little too far, but that's okay. So testimony of John. So essentially what this passage is trying to say is that John heard Jesus and he sent the disciples to see if it was actually him. And I think what it's trying to say is that, like, the least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than John the Baptist. Because John is just the precursor to Jesus. He has not the same amount of power. He's just trying to get the people ready for his coming. So therefore, he's not as great.
Yeah, and I think it's just like when they mean least in heaven, not necessarily like the person who is the least. It's just like maybe the person who wasn't the best when they were alive or wasn't the best, pre-heaven, is still better than John because they still made their way there. They worked for it. They got it. They changed and became a better person, although John is still an extremely great person.
Yeah, like, I think I'd let John date my daughter, John the Baptist, probably. So it just, like, shows, like, how, like, good the kingdom of heaven is. Like, how you should, like, want to be there. Like, want to support God.
Yeah, it's pretty valid.
I mean, I don't know if I'd let John the Baptist date my daughter because John the Baptist lived in ancient Israel, so I think he's pretty old.
Hey, yo,
For my daughter.
what? Since
So,
when do y'all both
I don't have a daughter.
daughters?
I don't have a daughter.
Yeah,
but
about to
theoretically
say.
speaking, John the Baptist pretty old. Pretty sure I don't want him dating my daughter.
Isn't that like, what's that one word that starts with a P? It's
Pedophile.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's not good, guys.
We're not calling
Hey.
John the Baptist a pedophile, bro.
Then don't let him date your daughter.
I'm just saying if he was, like, around right now.
Okay, that's enough out of you.
All right,
Let's
guys.
continue, guys.
We're going to Matthew chapter 10. We're going 1 through 15, but I'm going to read 1 through 2. All right, so the mission of the 12. Then he summoned his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to drive them out and to cure every disease and every illness. The names of the 12 apostles are these. First, Simon, called Peter, and his brother Andrew James, and the son of Zebedee, and his brother John. Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus. Oh, I read a little farther, but anyway. So,
So like basically this is really like saying like how he called the apostles and you know those are 12 chosen people, like some of, you know, he just said, oh, come and follow me, and he gave them authority to like over unclean spirits, you know, cure diseases. So he's basically giving them like power to perform miracles, so like healing miracles and exorcisms.
Yeah.
I feel like the apostles are kind of like gullible in this. They just like came to him, like.
Well, he was like a light though, Bo. Like he was like a beacon.
Yeah, that's kinda
okay.
like-
I
I
can
don't
see
know.
that.
Like
Yeah.
if I saw like a light in the alley, bro, I'm not following that.
Low key, Bo,
I am,
I think you're
honestly.
underestimating the human curiosity. You would definitely follow the light.
No, bro, I'd be scared. I'd be running
Oh, right.
away.
Well,
Bo,
you
you
think of
follow- you
moths.
follow-
Like, if you
you
look at bugs, they follow the light. I'm just saying, the light, it's bright, it's fun to look at. Like, I like staring at the sun. I just don't do it for very long because it hurts.
How are you gonna say you're not going to follow the light when all you do all day is follow girls on Snapchat? Look at you.
It's not the light.
No, bro, it doesn't matter. You see a random girl on the streets during the night, you're
Bro,
following her.
I'm not
bro.
picking up a
Yes,
random
you
girl on
are,
the
bro.
street,
Bo, you're so predictable.
I don't know what I'll catch.
Okay, anyway,
That's a good point, though.
let's move
don't
on
pick
to
up.
the
Okay, next we gotta move on.
We do gotta move on.
next 5 passages. Okay, so
5 through 15.
I'll read that for y'all. Jesus sent out these 12 after instructing them thus: do not go into pagan territory or enter a Samaritan town. Go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As you go, make this proclamation: the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Cure the sick, raise the dead, cleanse lepers, drive out demons. Without cost you have received, without cost you are to give. Do not take gold or silver or copper for your belts, no sack for your journey, or a second tunic, or sandals, or walking stick. The laborer deserves his keep. Whatever town or village you enter, look for a worthy person in it, and stay there until you leave. As you enter a house, wish it peace. If the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. If not, let your peace return to you. Whoever will not receive you or listen to your words, go outside that house or town and shake the dust from your feet. Amen, I say to you, it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah on the day of judgment than for that town. So Jesus is basically telling them, to like spread, you know, his good news, to spread his power, tell people of what's coming. And that's why he gave the apostles some like the authority over unclean spirits, so like they can have something to capture the people, to pander sort of to what the people want. And typically it's just like, oh, politicians do the same thing. If they want you to vote for them, they'll try to do something that's in your interest. And miracles are works of wonder that people don't understand, and they look pretty relatively cool. So I think that's what Jesus was trying to do, give the apostles a way to, like, you know, attract people to follow Jesus.
I think that's probably partially true, that the miracles that were performed by the apostles were to help Jesus' mission. But I don't think that it's exactly like politicians and like acting for what's best for the people, because a lot of their miracles were all of their miracles were performed through God, but they were typically healing the sick, healing blind, and really the only times that Jesus really did any miracles that were to show that he was powerful was really nature miracles. I think were mostly that, because walking on water was to prove faith, but still.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Yeah. I was just trying to go for like, oh, you know, Jesus just wants people to follow him, and miracles as being a method of that. But yeah, I can see where you're going with it.
Yeah, I see where you're going with it too.
Okay, I feel that.
Okay, so
Next section,
yeah.
Bo's girl advice. So like kind of relating back to the one we just read, if you kind of want to like get in with a girl or like something like that. Like it was let your peace come upon like the house and like if it's worthy. If you really like this girl, you should like get to know their family, cause like a lot of girls like a family man, like someone that is nice to their family and like gets to know them. And like if you're gonna be around them more often, you don't want to like have a tension between your girlfriend and their family. But sometimes like the dad might come on hard and you might be like scared of them, but like just get to know their family and yeah, you should be successful in dating them.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with Bo on that. As someone who has experienced meeting a girl's parents for the first time, it's really not as scary as you would think it is.
It
as long
actually
as
isn't.
as long as you're personally confident in yourself and what you know of yourself, it really doesn't matter. Because even if they ask you questions about yourself, you know yourself best. So it's really not too big of a problem. Plus, if you get, like Bo said, if you know their parents good, then it's not really an awkward situation where you like the girl, but the parents don't like you.
Now it's time for our next section, Josh's jokes. You
Oh,
can
yes.
maybe get on your girl's parents' good sides with these Catholic jokes. So, Josh, fire away.
Well, real quick, as Chris had said, good line as I was reading the book of Numbers and realized I don't have yours. So that's a good Christian pickup line.
W Riz.
But, Luke,
Yo.
how does Moses make his coffee?
How?
He brews it.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
That's a knee slapper.
That's actually
That's
so
wild.
good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. I think it's time to wrap it up. So,
Guys, thank you for listening to Synoptic Synopsis. This is
Chris.
Bo.
me, Luke,
And Josh.
signing off.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
You good, Bo?